You'd be surprised to know that in one of the comics, it was revealed that Xenomorphs, those nightmare-inducing aliens, are not just prey, but gods to the Yautja, who we know as the universe's most fearsome hunters. Moving beyond the hunter-prey relationship, the Alien vs. Predators vs. the Terminator comic, in its third issue, changed the alien-predator dynamic to worship. This relationship is rooted in the way the predators perceive the universe, their prey, and the balance they strive to maintain. The Yautja, known for their hunting skills and warrior culture, see the Xenomorphs as the ultimate game, a rite of passage that transcends mere sport. But it's more than just respect for a worthy adversary. It's a form of reverence. Their polytheistic religion, filled with warrior deities, places the Xenomorph at the pinnacle of their spiritual universe. So in this video, we will explore the first 3 issues of the AVP Terminator comic before exploring what it has to say about the predators worshipping the aliens. As a bonus, we will also explore the 4 major gods that the predators worship. Let's begin, shall we? Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us it means a lot. Thank you, and let's begin. Issue number 1. The story begins in some underground sewer community, which pretty much feels like it belongs to the end of the world, but we also have a crew of urban explorers. The crew is on a mission to find someone of importance who could very well be the difference between the survival and extinction of the human race. After much trouble, they find this person, and they turn out to be this old lady in rags. To be honest, she looked like she just went shopping at a post-apocalyptic thrift shop. They try to help her up, but she goes full ninja on them and tosses the big guys around like ragdolls. That's when Annalee Call, our girl Winona Ryder from Alien Resurrection, steps in and lets the lady know who she is. It's now that we learn that the rag lady is the Ellen Ripley clone, also from Alien Resurrection. So, Call takes Ripley back to her pad, kind of bummed because Ripley bailed on her after they pinky swore to stick together post the events of Alien Resurrection. Call fills Ripley on what's new in the world of cosmic terror. So it turns out that there's this new military op happening at Typhoon, the science station, where there's a Frankenstein monster of an alien super soldier, all under the watchful eye of Dr. Trollenberg. Cut to Dr. Trollenberg, our mad scientist who was getting his hands dirty while making this super soldier. General Helm shows up furious and goes, "I'm shutting this down," because Trollenberg wanted some cybernetic upgrades for his pet project. Trollenberg responded with a bullet party for the general and his bodyguards, then a bit of vocal mimicry to fool the crew into thinking the general was just too busy in the lab to chat. In order to get rid of the bodies, Trollenberg gives them a bath in acid. So back at the ranch, or Call's hideout, Ripley was playing hard to get about joining this mission to take down Dr. Trollenberg and his nightmare super soldier project. Ripley had come to believe that aliens were an unbeatable and indestructible force of nature, and no matter what you do, you cannot defeat them, let alone annihilating them. She was basically saying, we're all just waiting for our turn to be cosmic dust. But if you know Annalee Call, you'd remember that she doesn't really like taking no for an answer. When push comes to shove, Call plays dirty by threatening to rat Ripley out to the military. Ripley's not thrilled about it, naturally. I mean, she was chilling in this sewer place, smelling the filth and just living a lazy life, and suddenly she was thrown in the middle of a mission. No self-respecting human xenomorph hybrid would be happy about it, right? Yep, I thought I should remind you that Ripley was carrying xenomorph DNA thanks to the original Ripley, who was harboring a xenomorph queen chestburster when she bit the dust. In the meantime, we've got a predator with a one-track mind zooming toward Typhoon, itching for a fight with the super soldier, cause why not? But was this predator only looking to fight worthy prey, or was there more to the story than that? Our squad, led by Call and a begrudging Ripley, goes undercover as the most forgettable food delivery crew you've ever seen. They breeze past security, then it's lights out for the guards as they make their way to Trollenberg's lab. The lab scene's a hot mess. Trollenberg knocks off a couple of members from Call's team before the predator goes full guillotine on him with his frisbee of doom, leaving everyone's jaws on the floor. Just when they think they've seen it all, the super soldier busts in, launching the predator across the room like it's nothing. What follows is a clash of titans, with Call, Ripley, and the others caught in the middle of this intergalactic smackdown. Issue 2. Issue 2 begins with Ripley, Call, and the crew as spectators at a heavyweight bout between the super soldier and a predator. Needless to say, the super soldier is nothing like they've seen before as he brushes off attacks and even uses metal to patch itself up on the fly. It then rips off the predator's arm and then decides the lab needs a new window as it rips open the wall. This sucks the predator out into space, ending that fight real quick. With no time to waste, our gang grabs Trollenberg's head because why not? You see, Trollenberg wasn't exactly human and makes a run for their shuttle. They're just in time too because the station goes boom thanks to the hole Mr. Super Soldier made. But the Super Soldier hops on an escape pod, taking some alien chestbursters along for the ride. As they watch the station's fireworks, Ripley gets that this ain't over feeling. Sure enough, on the escape pod, the Super Soldier was already busy playing mad scientist with another almost done Super Soldier. So, Call's got this wild idea to jack onto Trollenberg's head to see what makes him tick. She figures that this guy's brain was a mixtape of old school and next-gen tech. Diving deep into his memories, she hits a digital wall. But then, John Connor's hologram appears. Connor brings everyone up to speed about the Skynet war and the crypto Terminators. Trollenberg was one of these bad boys designed to blend in and kickstart Terminator 2.0 when tech caught up. We're treated to a montage of Trollenberg's greatest achievements, including his pet project, the Super Soldier. Connor signs off with a good luck from the future's winning team. Call's mind is blown as she logs off, tossing around the idea that history's got more cover-ups than a conspiracy theorist's dream. Their brainstorming session gets a hard stop though, when Yautja spaceships pull up and board the ship. They abduct Ripley without breaking a sweat and escape. Meanwhile, in another part of the galaxy, the science pod reaches its destination, and not one, but two super soldiers step out, ready to show the universe who's boss. Issue 3. And now the issue that we've been waiting for until now. After her abduction at the hands of the Predators, Ripley is taken to their mothership. You'd think that her life could not get any stranger, and just when she thought she had fallen as far as she could, the bottom dropped out, and she wound up amazed and horrified. But Ripley couldn't understand why on Earth, or space for that matter, her captors were ignoring the living crap out of her. Why would they go through all that trouble to kidnap her, only to ignore her ass? But then it clicked. She had a light bulb moment as she started to think about what happened in the past few hours. They cut her since they wanted her to bleed, they sensed something they saw, and her xenomorph DNA infused acidic blood confirmed it. They knew exactly who she was, and also that the Terminator android, the first Predator, was also part alien. Ripley was quick to conclude that the Predators had some kind of a relationship with the aliens, and then she got to the part of the ship where the Predators kept the alien skulls and carcasses. Interestingly, she was free to move around the ship without any restrictions, and while she was still exploring, one of the Predators approached her. Ripley, clearly taken aback, attacked the Predator, but to no avail. She figured that the big guy wanted her to follow him, but where? She was unwilling to go. Since she was unwilling to go, the Predator lifted her on his shoulder and brought her to this chamber, which looked like a military laboratory. She woke up from a xenomorph-heavy nightmare to find out that the reality was just as nightmarish. She discovered a surgical scar on her body, and clearly they took something out of her, presumably a memory tissue. She then follows one of the Predators to a room where something like a war council meeting was going on. In fact, the asteroid on the monitor seemed familiar to Ripley, although she had never been on this asteroid. Somehow, they took the asteroid from her genetic memory and brought it to life on the screen. In the end, Ripley finds herself on something in the likeness of an altar. You see, there are monsters in her world, but she figured that the Predators are not the real monsters. We often fear what we do not understand and hate what lies above us in the food chain. The Predators did not hate her. The Predators do what must be done to survive. While she was still standing at the altar, the Predators seemed to cheer for her like she was some kind of a spiritual leader, like she was giving a sermon. Ripley feels that their prey, their god, and their universal vision are all one. They understand this red, carnivorous universe and that a balance must always be struck. In fact, the Predators see evil in those and that which upsets this balance and threatens the ecology of the stars. Since the new hybrid Terminators are a terrible imbalance, they seek to bring back the balance. And although they did not care about the human in Ripley, they had immense respect for the alien part of her, almost as if they worshipped her. I think it has been made fairly clear that the Predators and Xenomorphs have always been a part of this epic cosmic tango. It's not just about hunting for the Predators, it's their whole way of life, their culture. They're not out there trying to gain Instagram likes or show off. They're all about keeping the universe's scales balanced. For Predators, the hunt isn't a sport, it's practically their spiritual 9 to 5. They believe everything in the universe has its place, including them and their prey. Without something to chase, they're basically out of a job. So in a twist, their prey, especially the Xenomorphs, are on a pedestal, almost holy. Xenomorphs are the ultimate catch for any predator looking to prove their worth. Ripley spells it out when she says, to predators, Xenomorphs aren't just big scary bugs, they're divine. Killing them isn't just part of the hunt, it's a sacred ritual, their way of paying homage to the universe's balance and to the Xenomorphs themselves. It's their creed, their cosmic religion. But what about the other gods that the predators worship? Number 1. Black Warrior. The predators are surely into big guns and bigger trophies, but they also have a spiritual side that runs deep. Their religion is basically a polytheistic setup with a bunch of warrior gods at the top. The most important one among these deities is the Black Warrior, who is kind of the ultimate final boss who always wins. He's the predator's version of the Grim Reaper, the one hunt every predator is destined to lose, the one hunt where they would all become the inevitable prey. Number 2. Peya. Then there's Peya, the god of hunting and warfare, a deity who is basically the ultimate mentor in the art of hunt and battle. Predators pay homage to Peya by wearing his symbol, the thunderbolt, on their gear and bodies. It serves as a badge of honor and a shout out to their divine coach in combat. But what does all this god talk boil down to? A code of honor that guides everything in predator life, from their epic hunts to their social pecking order. The hunt is more than just a pastime, it's their way of life, their path to glory, and even their ticket to love, since impressing the ladies is all about showing off those hunting skills. Predators mark their wins with the blood of their prey, each clan flaunting its own emblem. The thunderbolt, though, is the universal symbol of I'm the real deal among predators thanks to their warrior god. Number 3. Ka'il. The predators weren't always the badasses of the universe. Back in the day, they were the Hishkuten, living under the thumb, or more accurately, the creepy crawly legs of the Amengi, a bunch of insectoid overlords with a mean streak a mile wide. These bugs were into making the Hish's lives a living nightmare, turning them into pawns for their sick hunting games, and even tweaking their DNA to make them more interesting. Enter Ka'il, the Hish's answer to a superhero. This guy was the one who started a rebellion. He rallied the toughest Hish warriors, kicked off an underground resistance, and then did the unthinkable. He took out one of the Amengi bigwigs and wore its face as a trophy, which is why the predators are big on trophy hunting. Fueled by Ka'il's gutsy move, the Hish leveled up big time. They ditched their old identity as cosmic pushovers and morphed into the Yautjas, the universe's most feared hunters. Thanks to Ka'il's heroics, he's pretty much a legend, a godlike figure in predator lore. Number 4. Lord Predator. Ka'il was the OG Predator, the guy who set the Predators on their path to glory. But then there's Lord Predator, the one who really put them on the map. This guy took hunting Xenomorphs from a hobby to a holy mission. It wasn't just about the thrill anymore, it became a spiritual journey, a badge of honor that turned brave hunters into legends. These elite hunters would mark themselves with their clan symbols right on their foreheads, for instance. A thunderbolt sign is a nod to some kind of extraterrestrial Odin. Lord Predator became a prophet, a figure of awe across the stars. His legacy is literally written in stone and scattered across space. Take the desolate BG-386, for instance, where the 2010 Aliens vs. Predator game unfolds. There's this temple there that serves as a shrine to the man, the myth, the legend, housing his sarcophagus, and a statue that pays homage to his xenomorph hunting greatness. And if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks everyone.